What's up, guys? It's Clown Fighter here. Today we're just gonna have a look at a few things regarding Tom Aspinall, guys. So, as we know, guys, Tom Aspinall right now, he is the interim heavyweight champion of the UFC, and as of right now, I don't think there is any fights booked for him. Now, I did make a video on my channel, guys. You can check that out. There was an interaction between the current heavyweight champion, who is Jon Jones, and Tom Aspinall at a Birmingham Expo. Again, guys, I'll put the little link on the top where you can check out my other video on how I broke this down. I'm not going to break that down in this video, but long story short, it looks like, if I'm going to give, as I said in my last video, it does look like Jon Jones doesn't really look interested in fighting Tom Aspinall anytime soon. So, just for you guys that don't know, Jon Jones is the current heavyweight champion right as of right now. He does have a fight that was supposed to be scheduled back in. So as you can see here, guys, there was a fight scheduled between Stipe Miocic, which was the former heavyweight champion before Francis Ngannou. He's a legend in the game. He was supposed to be fighting Jon Jones, and this fight was supposed to be kind of for legacy, like one of the greatest heavyweights of all time versus the greatest fighter in the UFC of all time, you could say. But as I said, guys, it got cancelled. Jon Jones tore his pec. Now, since then, guys, the division's been held up. So with Tom Aspinall, he actually fought a guy called Pavlovich. And obviously he did beat him. He actually knocked him out. So Tom Aspinall fought one of the heaviest hitters in the division, which was Pavlovich at the time. Tom Aspinall won him within, I think it was the first 30 to 40 seconds of that first round. He knocked him out, and now Tom Aspinall became the champion, the interim champion. But the issue what we're having right now, guys, is because Jon Jones is still recovering from his injury, we haven't been given a date for that Stipe versus Jon Jones fight. Now, this has been a while now. So Jon Jones was injured in November. It's now March, so it's been almost 5 to 6 months now for the healing of Jon Jones. Dana White did say it could take 8 months for him to heal. Now, you could be looking at roughly June, July time before Jon Jones is ready to be back in the octagon. Now, we have a little bit of a dilemma because Tom Aspinall right now, guys, he is without opponent. His last opponent was Sergey Pavlovich. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go through a bit of Tom Aspinall's fight history, and I'm just going to look at who he could potentially fight, what options are there for him. So let's have a look at his record to begin with, guys. Let's have a look at Tom Aspinall's record. So as of right now, Tom Aspinall is the current interim heavyweight champion. In my eyes, I don't want to get too much into this, but Jon Jones looks like he is avoiding him. So in my eyes, I'm gonna say Tom Aspinall is really the real champion, but I don't want to go into that. In my opinion, I would say he's the real champion because the two people that he should be fighting are not giving him that shot. But as I said, he's got a dilemma right now. So if you look at Tom Aspinall's record, I haven't looked at this before, so it's my first time checking it out. Now, he's had a few fights, and this is early in his career, which he's lost. So when he was coming up, 2015, he lost one fight, and he lost one fight due to a disqualification as well. That was in 2016. Since then, guys, he's been on a tear. So it looks like his last fight was in 2016, and then he never fought for 3 years, and then it looks like he just got back into it, where he has just went on a tear. And I'm just looking at his history since 2019 from Cage Warriors. He was winning, and then in 2020 he got introduced in the UFC. First fight was against Jake Collier, beat Alan Bodert. I've never heard of those guys, but then in more recent years, if I have a look at his record, he's fought Andrei Arlovsky, Sergey Spivak, Alexander Volkov, and he lost to Curtis Blades, which I'm going to discuss, and Marcin Tybura. He won against him, and he beat a Sergey Pavlovich to become the interim champion. Now, I will come back to Curtis Blades because he didn't actually lose that fight. His leg actually broke. He had a knee injury in that fight. So as of right now, guys, I just want to look what could be next for Tom Aspinall. So as I said, guys, Jon Jones right now, when they did meet up, Tom Aspinall did try to say to him, "Let's face off. Let's have a face off. Let's get a picture." And you can see here, Jon Jones goes, nah, I don't even want to do a face-off. That for me, guys, is very bad sign, man, that Jon Jones doesn't want to fight Aspinall, man. Or he may do it, I don't know, but as of right now, we haven't seen him in the octagon since Cyril gone. The only guy he's fought was Cyril gone. Since then, guys, we're waiting for Jon Jones to return to the octagon, and that could be July, end of July, who knows. But my main reason for the video is I just want to see what could Tom Aspinall do in the meantime, because as we know, Jon Jones holding the division up. Stipe isn't going to fight Tom Aspinall. Jon Jones ain't going to fight him anytime soon anyway. So what does the interim champion do, guys? He's young. He's 30 years old, guys. He's in the prime of his life. You need to watch this guy, guys. He's good everywhere. Now, I'm talking stand-up. He's got power. He's fast. He's probably one of the quickest heavyweights, barring Cyril Gane. His ground game, guys. Unbelievable fire. Unbelievable. If I could show some highlights here, I would, but I don't want to get done for copyright. But while Tom Aspinall's waiting, if these guys are not going to give him the shot, in my opinion, what he should do is he should clean out the rest of the division, just to show that you are the great. If you want to prove you are the best heavyweight right now, you're young, get active. Even if you've got the interim belt, the UFC are like knobheads for doing what they're doing to you. They're absolutely. Sometimes the UFC can be, how do you say this in the best way, cunts for what they're doing to Tom Aspinall. He's 30 years old, guys. Let's have a look. He's 30. He's in the prime of his life right now. He should be fighting, guys, but the UFC is holding him hostage because of Jon Jones and Stipe. Now, what he should do, in my opinion, guys, is don't waste that talent. Go back in the octagon and defend your interim belt. I know I'm not a fan of defending interim belts, guys, but it just looks like his situation is very unfortunate. It's just an unfortunate situation. So while he's waiting, guys, I think this is one of the options he could do. So as I was saying, guys, he had a fight against a fighter called Curtis Blades, which was in 2022. Now, Curtis Blades is not the best, like one of the best guys in the division. However, he is like a boogeyman of the division, as in a gatekeeper to the title. So he's lost to Francis Ngannou, Derek Lewis, and Sergey Pavlovich. Now, Francis Ngannou, former champion. Derek Lewis, he's had a lot of knockouts. Derek Lewis is I wouldn't say he's title contender worthy, but he's definitely a good opponent with the knockout power. Sergey Pavlovich is definitely a title contender, but Tom Aspinall has dealt with him now. So other than that, Curtis Blades has never lost to anyone else. So Curtis Blades is actually a decent prospect in the heavyweight division. He actually beat Jailton Almeida, I think, which is a little bit insane. Okay, so I'm just having a look. I know who Jailton Almeida is, guys. I just saw on Curtis Blades' records that he beat Jailton Almeida. I didn't even tune in for this fight, guys. I'm being honest, I didn't tune in for it. UFC 299. I'm guessing that was recently. Was that recently? Oh, literally, that was 15 days ago, guys. Honestly didn't even. He actually knocked him out. Oh, wow, that's crazy. So Jailton Almeida, guys, was an actual guy who was actually coming up in the rankings. Now, it's a boring style, I won't lie. Jailton Almeida, for me, had a boring style, but he was on a tear. I won't lie. He was actually going through the division, guys. He was taking people down and submitting them. He had a good ground game. Now, if it says Curtis Blades beat him, then in my opinion, what Tom Aspinall needs to do is fight Curtis Blades in the meantime. The reason I'm saying that is, I don't know if I'll get done for copyright here, guys, so I'm just going to be very careful with this. They had the fight, guys. I think this was in the UK, Manchester. This was 2022, if I'm guessing right. 2022 or the late end of 2021. I think it's mid-2022, sorry. Yeah, it was 2022. Very unfortunate what happened in this fight, guys. This was supposed to be Tom Aspinall's biggest, come out for the UK. He was, in my opinion, he should have won this fight, but it's very unfortunate. He came out, he landed one or two kicks, 1 or 2 1-2s, and he kicks him. As soon as he kicks him, guys, he blows his knee out, and even Curtis Blades is like, what happened? What happened here? Like, what going? And yeah, it was unfortunate. He tore his ACL, guys, and he had to get a reconstruction surgery and everything. But he's back in the octagon now, and that's the only fight he lost to, guys. Now, that's not. It does go down as a loss for Tom Aspinall, unfortunately. But again, I can't class an injury as a loss. So, in my opinion, guys, what Tom Aspinall should do while he's waiting, there's no one else in the division that I can see. If I have a look now at the heavyweight rankings, let's see who is in that division, who's on the top of it. So if I have a look at the rankings, heavyweight, guys, let's have a look at the heavyweight rankings. This is on the official UFC website. They have Jon Jones as a champion, which again we know he's going to hold it up. Tom Aspinall is right there, guys. After that, we have Cyril Gane, Sergey Pavlovich, which again Tom Aspinall's already beat. Stipe, which is booked with Jon Jones. Curtis Blades, number 5. So there's Cyril Gane there, but the thing with Cyril Gane, guys, is this guy, Cyril Gane, don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter. I like his style. He got beaten by Jon Jones and he got beaten by Francis Ngannou before Francis Ngannou left the UFC. He doesn't deserve another title shot in my eyes, guys. He's had 2 title shots already and he's lost both of them. And he's already had a fight against Sergey Spivak. He needs to get at least another 2 to 3 wins, in my opinion, before Tom Aspinall should challenge him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's probably one of the best contenders in the division, although he's already had 2 title shots. But out of respect, because what I'm trying to say is when Tom Aspinall was before Tom Aspinall even got the fight with Spivak, he was calling out Cyril Gane, and Cyril Gane, guys, didn't answer the call for Tom Aspinall. What Cyril Gane said was, I want someone who's higher up. I want someone who's going to give me another title shot. And basically didn't take Tom Aspinall. This was before Tom Aspinall even fought Sergey Pavlovich. So that annoyed Tom Aspinall a bit. And he's in his right, guys, if I'm being honest. So in my opinion, Cyril Gane doesn't deserve the title shot. Not right now anyway. So if in my eyes Cyril Gane's ruled out, Sergey Pavlovich, Tom Aspinall's beaten, Stipe is booked to Jon Jones, Curtis Blades is the perfect rematch while you're waiting, guys. Because think about it, guys. Let's be honest. If Jon Jones, we don't know what he's going to do, guys. And I don't think he's going to fight Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, in my opinion, right now would beat Jon Jones. There's no question about it. That's my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. If Jon Jones comes out when he's healthy and he fights Stipe and he's looking like his old self, a prime Jon Jones, I would always go for a prime Jon Jones. I don't think anyone could beat that guy. But guys, since his last few performances, I don't want to go through Jon Jones in this video, but his last few performances, guys, have been, like, I'll be honest, man, they haven't been very good, man. Jon Jones, if you have a look at his record, now don't get me wrong, he's a very controversial guy, man, but still, in terms of his record, guys, it's intact. Look, his record goes down all the way to 2010. The guy's never lost. His toughest fight for me in recent years was someone like Dominic Reyes, who a lot of people thought won that fight, and I honestly thought Reyes won that fight. Now, it's a lot of inactivity, guys. Jon Jones hasn't fought for 3 years before he fought Cyril Gane. That's 3 whole years, guys, before he became active. Now he's getting old now as well. He's probably in his mid-30s. He's actually 36 right now, guys. So Jon Jones is getting up there in age. I remember watching this guy, guys, 10 years ago when he was like 26. He's an upcomer. Now that was 2016, guys. Now it's crazy how time flies, guys. Jon Jones. I remember Jon Jones. That was 2014 when he was 26. But even then, 8 years ago, guys, when he was like 28, 29, he was still young at that time, guys. I remember when he was fighting Ovi St. Preux. But yeah, so in my opinion, Jon Jones won't fight Tom Aspinall. From what I've seen from his recent performances, guys, you know, when you don't spend that much time in the ring, you're getting old, you're getting injured. He doesn't look the same as before. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he can't beat Tom Aspinall. It's just, I don't know, guys, with the inactivity he's got as well, it just doesn't help. Tom Aspinall's active, way more active than Jon Jones anyway. So in my opinion, what Tom Aspinall needs to do, get busy, get on his bike, take a few fights, beat Curtis Blades. I think Tom Aspinall could breeze through Curtis Blades, guys. Don't get me wrong, he's a good contender, but I think Tom Aspinall can get that back. As I said, when he broke his leg, is unfortunate, but that's what I think he should do, guys. Go fight Curtis Blades. And then after Curtis Blades, guys, if they're still not going to give you that fight, the Jon Jones Stipe fight, then clean out the division, guys. Just start picking people one by one, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to start defending your title anyway. People know what's up, guys. I know it's a bit unfortunate because because he's the interim champ, guys, this is a bit sad to say that they're not going to even get classed as real like heavyweight championship defenses. That's very unfortunate. I don't think they will. I don't know how that works, guys. If you're an interim champion and you're defending your interim belt, how the hell does that work, guys? Because usually when on the UFC bout, let's have a look, UFC bout rubies. So what they've got a system in place now, guys, on the UFC bout where you win someone, guys, they give you a little plaque and they give you the name you beat them. Now with an interim bout, guys, I don't understand how they would do that. How the hell are they gonna give you rubies and plaques for your bout? I don't understand how it'll work, but let's be honest, who cares about rubies? People will know, guys, who's the real champ. Especially if, I don't know, man, Jon Jones. I'm a fan of Jon Jones, but it's just right now, guys, it's just a big hold up in the division. I want to see Tom Aspinall fight. So in my opinion, Tom Aspinall needs to just clean that division, fight Curtis Blades, get that as a defense under your interim bout. And then if Jon Jones still ain't calling you out, hopefully if his fights happen and he doesn't want to fight you, he will retire at that point. Then fight Ciryl Gane, and that will be a good fight. Ciryl Gane versus Tom Aspinall. I believe Tom Aspinall could beat him because of his ground game advantage. Ciryl Gane's very good on the feet, but as we've seen, his ground game is very bad. Jon Jones beat him by submission. Francis Ngannou took him down and beat him as well. So that's what I would do if I was Tom Aspinall right now, because the rest of the division, guys, it's looking stagnant, man. So Tom Aspinall, take out Curtis Blades, then just start going down the list of people who you haven't fought, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? If anyone starts going up again, Tom Aspinall's beat Marcin Tybura, so I know he had a fight recently where he beat Tai Tuivasa, but guys, the whole bloody weight class of heavyweight is just looking stagnant, man, because of Jon Jones and Stipe. But as I said, I want to see some fights in the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall, again, it's an unfortunate situation. The UFC are screwing you over, but in the meantime, just get Curtis Blades done. Right that wrong, guys, on your record, because that's not really his fault. He lost his fight. It's gone down as a loss. Get that win back, and then, guys, after that, hopefully the Jones fight will be booked. If Jones is on it, which I doubt, I'll be surprised if he calls out Tom Aspinall for that fight. I'll be very surprised if Jon Jones wants it with Tom Aspinall. As I said, with this face-off, it was very, as I said, man, I already made a video on this, you can check it out, but I can tell Jon Jones doesn't want it. Most people will say Jon Jones doesn't want it. But yeah, guys, that's just going to be my video for today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts below.